My description of the Florida Classic would be the greatest HBCU Classic on earth.
Hunter, it's time now to set the record straight.
In the state of Florida, you know, bragging rights, you have the flagship black state school against the flagship black private school. I've had a young lady in the band marching with us, and her brother is marching with FAMU. I've had a neighbor in one band and the other neighbor in the other band. And the two communities are so intermingled, not only in sports and band, but in families. So it has become a family event for black folks in this state and in the country. That's the uniqueness of the Florida Classic. It's an event with 50 and 60,000 black folks and just having a quality good time that you can bring your family to. And then the football game and the bands are the icing on the cake. Preparing for this game, it's no different than preparing for any other. It's in a different atmosphere. But a performance is a performance. And I tell students that if we're playing for 50 people or for 50,000 people, the 50 people performance is just as important to me as the 50,000. We have to be better than our last performance, no matter how great it was. Let's see if we can be better the next performance. And they're going to hear good music, and they're going to hear some talented young black people that have worked hard to put this together, and they're going to see a really good show that has taken hours to prepare, and it's going to be pretty entertaining. I'm glad there's no announcing of a winner, because I don't think anyone can fairly judge either one of these bands. It's kind of like you know, black folks growing up in the city or in the projects. You know, it's kind of like street cred. So I like it where people will leave and just say, "Hey man, this band was awesome," or "This band was awesome." But I want people to know that it's a great halftime. You know, everybody's trying to get the upper hand on the other one, but it's two real good bands performing at halftime. It's not bitter and mean-spirited. We want to win the game, but I don't want to see anything ever bad happen to Florida A&M University. And I think they feel the same way about Bethune-Cookman. They want to win the game, but they don't want to see anything bad happen to Bethune-Cookman. That's just the love and respect we have, you know, with one another. The legacy of black college bands is critical. And the reason I say it's critical because it's a unique art form that only we can do. Can't be duplicated by anybody else. You know, when you talk about the tradition of a black college band, it's the tradition of the heritage of black people, period. You know, we worship differently. You know, we tell different jokes than anybody else, you know. We have a different entertainment than anybody else. So when it comes to marching band, it's going to be the same thing. We're going to be a little different than everybody else, but we also want to be respected as quality collegiate musicians, that even though non-HBCU schools can look at our program and say, yeah, they do all this flashy stuff and everything, but they can play. These are some talented, smart kids at this little small black school in Daytona Beach, you know. But I turned into a fan. I watch those kids, you know, because these are kids I see going to class every day. These are kids sometimes I got to fuss at. These are kids sometimes I got to suspend, or these are kids that sometimes I got to pick them up because they've had death in their family. I'm involved in their lives, so to speak. And to see them go through everything that a college kid can go through from day to day, And then when it's performance time, you look at them like, wow, are these the same kids? You know, you turn into fans, you know, because it's all them. It's all them. It's, you know, I'm just on the sideline. I turn into a fan, you know, and it can be amazing sometimes. It really can.